Hello and a very warm welcome to Science Monitor, your weekly update on what is happening in and around the country in the field of science, technology, research and innovation to change the S&T landscape of the country and impact your life. I am Aishwarya Kapoor with you. From the establishment of a space science center in Jammu to the innovative methods developed by Indian researchers to manage and utilize bio-waste, we have plenty in store for you. But first, let's begin with the headlines. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh inaugurates North India's first major space science center in Jammu. Established by ISRO at the Central University of Jammu, the center is named Satish Dhawan Center for Space Sciences. Biodegradable composite material developed by professors of Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, Bhopal, granted a patent. The material can help reduce the cutting of trees for carpentry and furnishing needs. Automatic composting machine developed for the efficient management of organic waste. The innovative device by IIT Kanpur and its incubated startup converts organic waste into manure in just 10 to 20 days. And researchers from IIT Madras are using AI tools to study biofuel production from biomass. The effort can accelerate understanding of different mechanisms during the process to develop better biomass processing plants. And now the news in detail. In a major step towards expanding education, research and innovation in space technology, the Indian Space Research Organisation has established North India's first major space science centre at the Central University of Jammu. The centre, named after renowned Indian space scientist Professor Satish Dhawan, was recently inaugurated by Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh. Let us see a report to know more about this development.
Since its establishment, the Indian Space Research Organisation has strived to make India self-reliant in space science and technology. The present government has also encouraged the expansion of the sector by introducing many reforms to expedite innovation. ISRO is also trying to establish space technology institutes in different parts of the country to promote space research and innovation. Under this, the Space Agency has established the Satish Dhawan Center for Space Sciences at the Central University of Jammu. The center was inaugurated by the Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, who is also the Minister of Space. ISRO Chairman S. Somnath was also present at the inauguration along with other dignitaries representing ISRO and the Central University of Jammu. The center will function as an institute of advanced studies in space sciences. Graduates from this institute will be able to pursue a career in space technology in India and space agencies like NASA.
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जहां एक तरफ स्पेस की अनलॉकिंग हुई, उसमें बहुत सारे ऐसे अनावश्यक नियंत्रण थे वो हटा दिए गए, प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स के लिए गुंजाइश बनाई गई। वहीं साथ ही साथ ये भी निर्णय लिया गया कि क्यों ना हम स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी के संस्थान भारत के दूसरे हिस्सों में भी स्थापित करने का प्रयास करें। हमने पूर्वोत्तर में अगरतला में एनआईटी के परिसर में एक संस्थान इस प्रकार का स्थापित किया और दूसरा उत्तर भारत में सर्वप्रथम जम्मू में सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी के तहत।
An MOU was signed between ISRO and the Central University of Jammu regarding this center in October 2018 with the efforts of Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh. This year, the center will start a BTech course in aviation and aeronautics and 60 students will be taken in through IIT JEE. The center houses advanced facilities related to astrophysics, avionics, materials, natural disasters, geospatial data analysis and many more. These facilities will also help in the sustainable use of natural resources in the J&K region and in planning land use patterns. The Union Minister stated that naming the institute after Professor Satish Dhawan was a befitting tribute to the renowned Indian scientist as he belonged to the Dogra community of J&K.
मुझे इस बात की विशेषकर तसल्ली है कि इसका मेरे ही सुझाव पर वाइस चांसलर साहब ने इस संस्थान का नाम सतीश धवन सेंटर रखने के लिए स्वीकृति दी, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों को जम्मू में भी नहीं मालूम कि जब सतीश धवन जम्मू कश्मीर के वासी थे, यहीं से बेंगलोर गए थे। ही वॉज द रियल डोगरा प्राइड, और इतनी उनकी मान्यता थी कि उन्हीं के कारण बेंगलोर में ये हेडक्वार्टर बना, दिल्ली नहीं आ सका।
The Government of India is rapidly working towards developing space economy infrastructure, and the establishment of new space science institutions will open new avenues for space startups and innovation, strengthening India's role in the international space sector.
Researchers at the Bhopal-based Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology have recently been granted a patent by the Government of India for the development of natural fiber reinforced composite material that was prepared using natural fibers and waste plastic wrappers. According to the researchers, the biodegradable product developed by them can reduce the use of wood in carpentry and furnishing needs and hence contribute to conserving trees. Let us see a report to get more details.
Cutting down trees for wood and various other needs has brought us face to face with climate change. Synthetic materials have been introduced as an alternative to wood, but they too have led to environmental degradation. Keeping this problem in mind, researchers at the Bhopal-based Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology have worked for years to develop an effective substitute for plywood using plant-based fibers and waste products. Professor Savita Dikshit at the Department of Chemical Engineering and Professor Gajendra Dikshit at the Department of Mechanical Engineering, together with their team, tested different kinds of natural fibers to come up with an effective material. The research team developed natural fiber reinforced composite material to solve the problem. The material has been prepared using plastic waste and coconut fiber or coir. The material is biodegradable and has good tensile strength. It can be used to replace plywood, an artificial fiber in the furnishing industry.
एक्चुअली हमारा मुख्य उद्देश्य था कि हम डेकोरेटिव जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं प्लाईवुड का अल्टरनेट, क्योंकि जब ये कटते हैं पेड़ तो अपना सिर्फ लकड़ी के लिए कटते हैं। उसमें मैंने जैसे कोकोनट कॉयर, नारियल के जो रेशे हैं, सीजल फाइबर है ना, और बनाना फाइबर, हैम्स, अलग अलग तरह के फाइबर को लेकर कटहल के मैंने स्टडी की। उनमें देखा क्या केमिकल कंपोजिशन है और अलग अलग तरह की पॉलीथीन सबको अलग अलग मात्रा में मिलाकर, अनुपात में मिलाकर ऑप्टिमाइज कर प्रोडक्ट बनाए, और उसमें से हमें कम से कम हमने 800 से 1000 प्रोडक्ट बनाए। और कुछ प्रोडक्ट ऐसे हमें मिले अलग अलग कंपोजिशन में जिनका की टेंसाइल स्ट्रेंथ, मैकेनिकल प्रॉपर्टीज प्लाईवुड के बराबर थी या उससे ज़्यादा थी।
To prepare this material at the lab level, researchers used empty packets of milk, chips, etc. and coconut coir. First, the coconut coir is ground to obtain sawdust and the plastic waste is converted into biodegradable fibers. After this, the coir sawdust and the biodegradable form of plastic waste are mixed in a specified ratio and kept between two plastic sheets. Then, by using compression molding technology, composite material sheets are prepared which are as good as plywood.
हमारा मेन फोकस है कि हम वेस्ट मटेरियल्स को यूज़ करके कुछ ऐसी चीज़ तैयार करें जो हमारी सोसाइटी के लिए भी यूज़फुल हों। तो हमने जो हमारे मिल्क पाउचेस होते हैं, जो डिस्कार्टेड मिल्क पाउचेस होते हैं, उनको यूज़ किया है। उनको हमने पहले वॉश किया, ग्राइंड किया, और उसके बाद हमने उसकी कंपोजिट शीट्स तैयार की हैं। उसके अंदर हमने फाइबर्स को रीइंफोर्समेंट के फॉर्म में यूज़ किया है। ये फाइबर्स कॉयर फाइबर्स हैं जो कि कोकोनट के बाहर वाले शेल से मिलते हैं। उसको हमने सैंडविच के फॉर्म में कंपोजिट शीट को तैयार करके उसका हम एप्लीकेशन जैसे फ्लोरिंग में या फिर डोर पैनल्स में, इन सब में करने का हमने उस मोटिव से इसको हमने किया है।
The developed composite material can help manage plastic waste and prevent cutting down trees for furnishing needs. The material and the process thereof have recently been granted a patent by the Government of India. Now, researchers are trying to transfer this technology to the furnishing industry.
अभी पेटेंट हमने मिला है तो हम चाह रहे हैं, कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हम जो कंपनियां हैं जो कि प्लाईवुड या इस पे काम करती हैं उनसे टाई अप कर उनको अपनी टेक्नोलॉजी दे दें और वो सब सर्वत्र जन के लिए सुलभ हो सके। तो ये फाइनल बात चल रही है।
This indigenously developed and biodegradable composite material can contribute to the environmental conservation efforts of the Government of India and also to campaigns like Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India.
A startup incubated at IIT Kanpur has developed an automatic composting machine for the efficient management of organic waste. This machine can convert organic waste into organic manure in just 10 to 20 days. The innovative solution has been developed in collaboration with Imagineering Lab at IIT Kanpur and has many advanced features. Let us see a report to know how this innovation works.
To mitigate the effects of climate change, proper waste management has become increasingly important. Though many initiatives have been taken in this direction, the problem remains a matter of huge concern in urban areas where waste is generated daily. To provide a solution to this problem, Agnes Waste Management Private Limited, a startup incubated at the SIIC IIT Kanpur, has developed an automatic composting machine in collaboration with the Institute's Imagineering Lab. Engineers India Limited has supported the research and development of the device. This indigenous machine has been named Bhumi, which stands for biocomposting for horticulture and organic waste into manure indigenously, and it can convert organic waste into manure in less than 10 to 20 days.
This product is focused towards converting waste into a value-added product. This is focused towards Swachh Bharat and Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative with indigenous technology developed to meet the social requirements.
Residential and institutional buildings in urban areas generate large amounts of waste daily. About 60% of this waste is organic, and it adds to the factors responsible for climate change. The portable machine developed by IIT Kanpur can be very effective in turning this waste into compost. The solar-powered automatic machine is equipped with carbon filters, shredder and air pumps. When organic waste is added to the machine, it goes through the hopper and the inbuilt shredder cuts it into small and uniform pieces. Then, the small pieces enter the main body of the machine, which has a unique bacterial solution that initiates the composting process. The mixer and the air pump in the machine speed up the composting process, and carbon filters control the issue of smell in the atmosphere. This process is more convenient and faster than traditional techniques.
मशीन को इतना आधुनिक तरीके से बनाया गया है कि हम अपना ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट 10 से 20 दिन में मैन्योर में कन्वर्ट कर ले सकते हैं। भूमि के अंदर कार्बन फिल्टर्स लगाए गए हैं ताकि कोई भी हानिकारक गैस या कोई भी स्मेल अपार्टमेंट, होटल्स के सोसाइटी में कहीं पर भी ना आए। दूसरा, इसमें श्रेडर्स लगाए गए हैं ताकि वेस्ट बारीक से कट जाए। इसमें मिक्सर्स लगाए गए हैं ताकि वेस्ट प्रॉपरली एरेटेड रहे। एयर पंप्स लगाए गए हैं। तो ये अभी के स्मार्ट सिटी ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं और जो भी हमारा अर्बनाइजेशन के रिलेटेड जो प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं उनमें इस मशीन को बड़े आराम से लगाया जा सकता है, और जो भी लोग जागरूक हैं एनवायरनमेंट के प्रति, उनके लिए ये मशीन उनके इस सफर में बहुत बड़ा भागीदारी बन सकता है।
This technique to manage organic waste can contribute to Swachh Bharat mission in a big way. This device can be installed in apartments, hotels, hostels, and even institutes for achieving proper and safe management of organic waste. Along with that, it could be a great way to generate cost-effective organic fertilizer.
Researchers at IIT Madras are now using artificial intelligence tools to study biofuel production from biomass. Under this effort, computer simulations and modeling studies have been used to quickly understand different processes related to the conversion of biomass into clean gaseous fuel. Let us see a report to know more about the significance of this development.
In view of environmental hazards associated with fossil fuels, the production of clean and green fuels is being promoted worldwide. One practical solution is to produce biofuel from biomass. And for this, scientists are experimenting with various methods to convert raw materials such as wood, grass, and waste organic matter into clean fuel. Understanding the complex mechanisms involved in this conversion is vital for designing efficient processes and optimizing reactors for the purpose. But gaining this knowledge through hands-on experiments is often time-consuming and expensive. To accelerate this understanding, researchers from the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, are now using artificial intelligence tools like machine learning and modeling studies. Such tools can better understand the interrelationship between various factors involved in converting biomass into biofuel to develop better and cost-effective biomass processing plants. The modeling studies were done by Dr. Himanshu Goyal and Dr. Niket S. Kesari of the Department of Chemical Engineering in collaboration with Krishna Gopal Sharma, a B.Tech student from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. These studies have been published in the peer-reviewed Royal Society of Chemistry journal, Reaction Chemistry and Engineering.
So at present, what happens, there are people working in the modeling aspect of it, and they have developed several highly accurate detailed model, but they are computationally very expensive. On the other hand, we have experimental researchers who have been working on developing new reactors, new techniques to convert this biomass into useful products, but their work right now is more based on trial and error. So what we did here, we use this recurrent neural network technique, which is already established in computer science, and brought and applied it in a very niche area, which is converting, how do we convert biomass into biofuels and chemicals.
The research team used an ML method called recurrent neural networks to study the reactions that occur during the conversion of lignocellulosic biomass into energy-dense syngas. According to researchers, this ML approach was able to predict the composition of the biofuel produced as a function of the time the biomass spends in the reactor. The researchers used a statistical reactor for accurate data generation, which allowed the model to be applied over a wide range of operating conditions.
We started with these detailed models that we have in our lab. We typically apply it. So we generated useful data from those models, and then used this RNN technique to come up with a simple, elegant, computationally fast solution, so that can be directly used by experimentalists in their research, so that the trial and error process reduces. They can directly use this machine learning based model that is expected to save the time it takes to develop a new process. So now, using these kind of techniques, these experimentalist researchers, they can come up with more optimal, more economical ways of converting waste biomass into fuels and chemicals using what we have developed.
The present availability of biomass in India is estimated at about 750 million metric tons per year. And the fuel generated from this mass can help the country attain fuel self-sufficiency. The study by IIT Madras can help develop better and more cost-effective processes and plants for biomass processing.
And now let's have a quick look at some other developments that have made news in the field of science and technology in our segment Science Express.
A high-level delegation led by the Danish Minister of Health, Magnus Heunicke, recently met Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh and discussed joint training programs for health workers. The Danish Health Minister informed that, inspired by the success of the temporary hospital project, the Novo Nordisk Foundation of Denmark is preparing a $100 million project for implementation in India. Dr. Jitendra Singh mentioned that a grant of about ₹12 crore was provided by the Novo Nordisk Foundation to support emergency hospitals in India during the second COVID-19 wave. He informed that 2 such hospitals are functioning in Punjab and 1 each in Haryana, Nagaland and Assam, and 2 more are under construction in Meghalaya and Nagaland. On this occasion, the Joint Committee also reviewed the progress of the ongoing projects being implemented in the areas of energy research, water, cyber-physical systems and bioresources and secondary agriculture. A science writing and science reporting workshop was recently organized in Bhopal by the Public Relations Society of India, Rabindranath Tagore University, and the Institute of Search and Research in collaboration with Vigyan Prasar, an autonomous organization of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Media students from various universities, including journalists associated with various newspapers, participated in the workshop. On this occasion, Director of Vigyan Prasar, Dr. Nakul Parashar, stressed the important role science communicators play in igniting scientific consciousness among people. At the workshop, Nimish Kapoor, a senior scientist from Vigyan Prasar, talked about the nuances of science writing, while Kapil Tripathi, another senior scientist from Vigyan Prasar, delivered a talk about indiascience.in. Pushpendra Pal Singh, President PRSI, explained various aspects of writing. Santosh Chaubey, Chancellor of RNTU, Professor Anil Kothari, Director General of Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology, Dr. Monica Jain of Institute of Search and Research, and senior journalists also addressed the workshop. Indian scientists have developed a touchless touchscreen technology that can prove to be very effective in limiting the spread of infections through contaminated surfaces. Scientists from the Bengaluru-based Center for Nano and Soft Matter Sciences and Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, both autonomous institutes of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, have developed a low-cost touch-cum-proximity sensor popularly called touchless touch sensor through a printing technique. This sensor can recognize a proximal or hover touch even from a distance of 9 centimeters. The work funded by DST Nano Mission has recently been published in the journal Materials Letters. The use of touchscreen technology has grown rapidly over the past decade, from smartphones and laptops to banking and other public services. But the rise of COVID had certainly put a question mark on such devices and services. Now, the latest research by the DST's autonomous institutes presents an innovative solution to reduce the risk of contact spread facilitated by self-service kiosks, ATMs and vending machines. On March 15, 2022, NASA astronaut Mark Vanderhei broke the record for most consecutive days in space by an American explorer. The record was earlier held by another NASA astronaut named Scott Kelly. Vanderhei arrived at the space station on 9th April 2021 and is expected to return to Earth on the 30th of March this year after spending approximately 355 days in low Earth orbit. Mark Vanderhei's record-setting mission and his contributions to science are paving the way for more people to travel to space on long-duration missions. While in space for his mission, Vander contributed to dozens of studies, including 6 science investigations supported by NASA's Human Research Program. He also helped grow and evaluate vegetables harvested with the space station's vegetable production system. Such studies will help improve the design of space migration and food systems for future space missions.
That is all in today's edition of Science Monitor. Keep sending your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is indiascience@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, A50, Sector 62, Noida 201309, Uttar Pradesh. So we will take your leave now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe and think scientifically. Bye for now.